I looked up and it was time. I looked up and it was time. I was trying to print a few things because I started to, my printer messed up and I fixed it, and then it took longer than I thought it was going to. So I'm going to share myself out here just a bit. Just a bit. I haven't got to watch everybody. I watched a little bit of Heidi, a little bit of Anne, a little bit of Celeste. So I guess I've watched a little bit of everybody. I hope that you've enjoyed it. They're always really fun. I might have a little different take. Hi, Lisa. I might have a little different take than some, but I've just popped in and said hi to everybody, and haven't got to see a huge amount of their projects. Hey, Linda. But I was just thinking about the kinds of things I come across when I'm camping. Hey, Heidi, thank you. Hi, Lori. And I did see, because that Heidi did the hook, the little hook keeper, which is funny. I just made a little needle book. And I am definitely doing something that is kind of fishing, because me and my husband do really enjoy going fishing. Oh, I don't have my light on. No wonder it looked dark. Okay. Hi, Maritza. I hope I'm saying your name right. Hi, Danette and Jeanette. Hey, guys. Thanks for hopping on. Hi, Cheryl. Okay, let me point this down, and I'm going to flip it around. So give me just a sec. Point this down. Flip it around so that you're right side up, hopefully. Okay, so when I take stuff with me that I want to craft with, I usually, depending on where it is, like if we're staying somewhere for a while, I have a pretty good sized bag I take. But something like this, these zipper bags, you can get your double-sided tape, glue, Fabri-Tac, your inks, these glue dots. You can get a lot of paper, some playing cards. I find that these big mixed media tablets are nice, because then if you want to do something with it, if it's a special vacation and you want to do something with it when you get home, you can tear that out, put it in a shadow box, and put some of the things you collect with it. I really like the shadow box, and I looked. Hey, Jane. I looked for my mermaid shadow box that I made with the seashells and all the things from when Tommy and I were at the beach, and I cannot find it. I'm like, my house is not that big. I don't know where it's at, but something like that if you wanted to commemorate the trip. So this is kind of how I pack for it. Well, around here in Kansas, we yes, make sure you're watching in the Crafty Bunch, and I would appreciate a sprinkle. That's awesome. Also, if you see anybody with the blue follow, that means you're not following them. Please follow them. Hi, Pam. Hey. Hi, Marilyn. So in Kansas, at our campgrounds, we find there's a lot of bobbers in trees. There is a lot of fishing, lures out and about. And I went through and snatched some from my husband that he said I could have them. I didn't really snatch them. He said, I'll never use these. And I thought, this is the kind of stuff that we come across all the time. So it's not really, it's found in nature, but it's basically litter that you can pick up. And, when our kids were young, it didn't matter how many corks, bobbers we came across. They always had to have them. Yeah, I do too, Capri. My basement has all that stuff in it. Hey, Cheryl. Um, and I don't know if you guys remember, but they would find some fishing lure that was this size in one of our Kansas lakes where somebody thought they were deep sea fishing and inevitably want my husband to use it. That was always funny to me too. Okay, so with the metal and stuff, I thought, you know what? I'm kind of feeling steampunk. I think I might do kind of a steampunk vibe with some of this stuff because there's metal elements. And so that was that's what I was trying to get printed. I still have some in there on the printer because I had to redo them all. So let's get started. And 9 by 12 is almost always a good size. It's almost always a good size if you like to do a shadow box or something, if you leave a little bit. So I'm going to start. The other thing I always have is like book pages and stuff like that when I do take stuff for camping. And I thought I would share. Okay, so in the Creative Club, in Chele Belle's Creative Club, where we do the paper pack, this is one of the little, oh, not really a tutorial, but one of the little things we did where we took sticker sheets and turned them into basically clusters, but they're ready to go clusters. And I have used these so much, as you can see. And this is all that's left of this sheet. But when you are, you know, putting stuff in your journal or a tag or a pocket or whatever, and you just need a little something, these stickers are ready made with a little cluster. And I really like it. And this is another thing that's new since I've traveled and crafted. So one of my book blocks that I have, if you guys are like me, your scraps get out of control. So what we did in the Creative Club is we just went through and started using some of the scraps and stuff to decorate the pages in the book. So that way, when you are in need of a background, or like this is horizontal, you could even just put this in your journal. You can just tear a page out, find one that goes with what you're doing, and use it. So yeah, at night, when I take my little scrap box and I sit and watch TV with my husband, and this is what I'm doing. And I think this one goes. I feel like he looks like steampunk. So let's just go ahead and take this out. And now we can make that part of our background, but it's, you know, already a semi-collage. Yeah, I can't, when we started doing it, we were, you know, I was like, okay, we're going to make a scrapbook. We're going to make a book for our scraps. And I had, after I decided we were going to do that, I seen someone do the whole thing where they used the repositional glue, and it was all categorized by color and style and everything. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is not at all what I had in mind. It kind of tripped me up for a minute. But once I got back to just doing things the way I do them, instead of, you know, I was thinking about it too much. I was like, you know, how I'm doing it, that probably would drive that lady crazy who had all of her stuff all organized. So yeah. So there's that. I'm like, do I have one that would go with steampunk? Kind of. This one's not bad. It's got a typewriter key. So then like this is how these work. And I do still glue them even though they're stickers. But you could put these sticker sheets in those sheet protectors in a 3-ring binder. And it's just fun. You know what I mean? So I don't quite have half the page completely done, but still, still I'm a little further ahead than I would be starting from scratch. And that stuff will travel really well. Now I'm going to start ripping paper. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. I cut my hooks off of these. I love that, Dolores. That's great. My husband would think that was pretty awesome too. All right, where's my tray of neutrals? I think this is it. So yeah, to go, I would just like grab a handful of stuff. Oh, you know what? I have a steampunk. I printed stuff, so I didn't get these out, but some of this. Oh, there's something. That's cool. I didn't want to mess with fussy cutting, you know? But I love the idea of the fishing lures. So yeah, I have, when we go for like, you know, a week or so, I definitely take my cutting, you know, my cut and scoreboard, my crocodile. I take a lot, but we usually drive. So if I had to fly, I would definitely do more of the like clusters and stuff, or slow stitching. That's always a good thing to do when you're traveling, I think. And it's new. I'm new to it. I just kind of started fiddling around back into that. But I have to have my hands occupied in the evenings. I don't know about you guys, but to just like sit there, I don't know. I can't do her. And I don't want to do laundry. It is Pink Monarch or something. I think that's who it was that was so organized. And I was like, oh yeah, I shared it in the group when I was showing it to you, when I was showing you guys, oh my, this is not what I had in mind. I think that collage is probably one of my very favorite relaxing things to do. Like your little, you know, when you travel, as long as this is empty, you can always fill it up with water wherever you're at, and take your watercolors and spritz them down a little bit. I like to have, oh, he's kind of cool. Is that what's on there? No. I like to have music. Gosh, this is not my neutral stack. Oh, that makes me think of steampunk too a little bit. This, apparently I made an envelope at some point, but this might be kind of cool sticking on there, you know, we could have some stuff in there. Like if you had a flower or something. Some wildflowers. So I like to fish, but sometimes even when we're catching fish, I am done with it long before my husband. So I kind of like to do, I definitely like to have stuff like this so I can enjoy the time. Before I did this, I always, would read or just kind of enjoy being in nature. I'm with Celeste, though. I do not camp like I used to. Not like I did when I was young. My back can't do her. My mind is young, but my back is old. I've already been on here 15 minutes. That doesn't seem right. Because I want to get some of the fun stuff on here. I feel like there's always fishing line and stuff like that everywhere. But we definitely tend to go more to fishing type lakes, not water sport type lakes. Do you guys have both of those? Oh yeah. Yeah. The sounds that you just don't hear, on a daily basis. Do another book page. Like I say, chances are if you did something with this afterwards, like the shadow box idea, you're probably going to end up losing part of your edge anyway. I am going to have to ask my husband if he knows where my mermaid is. Lesta. I had people ask me because it was hanging in my store. That's how long ago I made it. And they, I had people ask me if they could buy it. And I was always, no, you can't. It's not for sale. And I was like, oh my gosh, did I sell that? But I can't imagine I would have. Depends on how close I was to making my canals. At first I thought it said candles. I like to fish off of the 2-man bass boat. It's just a tiny. We have another boat that we use too, and it's bigger and it has like the live well and everything. And I that's okay. I don't mind fishing off that too. But there's something about the two-man bass boat that's just fun, I think. A lot of times on the big boat, I just end up laying on the deck part and just, you know, soaking up the sun. But if we are bank fishing, then I am definitely more apt to just piddle, you know, enjoy the outdoors. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, Marilyn. It's funny, one of our little lakes that we go to has eagles. I'm probably not like, you know, what you have, but there's like one or two of them running around. Ooh, yeah. Do you fly fish? No, I've been with people that are fly fishing, but I've never even tried it. I'm like that. That does not look like. That looks like I might hurt myself or somebody else. We got to get some fish on here. Y'all, I enjoy the collage process. That's another thing that you can do with your scraps is just go ahead and start your collage. I think it showed on one of these. Yeah, like I had just put this paper here and this. So see, there's basically the beginning of a collage. So you can do these ahead of time too. The trick I have found when I do stuff like this is remembering that I've done it. Okay. I just want this rusty bit of paper here. Aw. Oh, wow. That's cool. Hey, Jamie. We're doing a little steampunk twist. Trying to. Getting there. I kind of like this stock thing here. Okay. Okay. So this little guy will definitely, can definitely go on here easily. This big honkin' thing, I'm not sure. If you did a shadow box, this would work just fine. I also have these pink things that he gave me. And this would be a good tag. Let's see. Is there any other part of this packaging that we could use? Don't really like the plastic. I had him give me some fishing line too. Hello. I'm lying. Love you. That's kind of shiny. Oh my gosh. Why'd you let that cat in? Big face hearing. Make a worm. I knew as soon as I heard that he let that cat in that that was going to happen. Can you guys hear him? He's dying. In case you didn't know. Okay. Tommy, get your cat. Let's see. I don't want to. This is like a whole made thing here. I don't like this, but I like this. I feel like it's kind of like he's in the fishbowl. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm going to use those or not. That could go up there. Okay. Sir Bugs. Yep, he's the mascot, isn't he? He's our mascot in the Creative Club, y'all. What are the odds that I will get this, be able to cut this out? I don't know why every time I do something like this, I get confused. I probably should not admit that. I've got, of course it's this one. That always confuses me. Let's see. Okay. And then we can kind of pull that to where it's on the thing. Ah! I think this needs to be on here. Sorry, guys. Witness to my struggle here. One, I can never remember. I don't use it often enough, but one way it's really hard to cut, and the other way it works better. But I always find it difficult to figure out which way. You loved what I was doing before I started trying to do this. Goodness. Yeah, see? Easy peasy on that one. after I ripped my paper and everything. Oh, stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Oh man, the struggle, y'all. Okay, there we go. Is that it? I will figure it out. Crazy. Crazy. I think it'll be all right. We're going to go for it, even though it's messed up. I will just glue something over the top of that. And I didn't mean to, but I'm kind of liking the torn, like all around. I was going to trim it, but no, I don't think I will. But I do want, I want a little bit of that. Okay. I like it, even though it's a little bit messed up. It'd be all right. We're camping, you know. Oh my gosh. No, it's only been 30 minutes. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to go. But I still have 15 minutes, right? I'm going to go for putting this over my dude here. Sometimes I think, you know, like a lot of times I feel like we second guess ourselves so much that, like, I don't know, collage gives you an opportunity to just not. Don't second guess yourself, just go for it. Okay, I'm sorry. I was like, about the time, usually what happens is about the time I start to get into like seeing where something is going, that's about the time it's time for me to get off here. So now that I'm kind of seeing where this is going, and it's not going anywhere near where I thought I was going with it, because like I am so seeing, let's see. So I thought these kind of looked like bubbles. They're kind of big, but I'm gonna just I feel like I do have some little half pearl type things that are smaller. Good old clearance. So, like, if this is here, and we got these three guys right here. like kind of like a school of fish, you know? And let's see. I am thinking I could probably put some fins on these fellas. I want them kind of in a cluster though. Hi, Debbie. Let's see. This is a digital, so I'm not, I'll just print more if I decide I really don't like this. I went straight mixed media on this guy, on this on this project. So that's kind of a fun change. Yeah, I wondered if these would be too big. Okay. So let's see here. I'll grab. It would be really awesome to have one of those old diving helmet type things and have like the diving helmet and a fish body. You know what I mean? Like that's who's fishing. The fish is fishing for the humans. Have I lost everybody? Oh, I'm just fussy cutting out these little fins. So let's see. Like on the back of his tire there. These little guys on these bicycles, they were one of the books I took apart for the cover. They were at the beginning of every chapter, at the end of every chapter. Oh. It needs to be, it's like facing the wrong way. I need to cut off the other one. I did do them flipped. Thank you, Linda. What would I do without my friends helping me out? Don't you guys feel like you have a bird's eye view? I'm going to pretend like that little curly Q is not there. Still really big. I mean, all I have to do is shrink these down. These were, each of these were full pages, these fish. They were full 8 by, and I shrunk them down, just not enough. But I do think I like the idea of that being like a school of fish, kind of. So I'm kind of just going to go for it again. Thanks, Anne. Look at this real quick. I have it here. Ah, Nyla is after me. Texie's treasure chest. Seems like her and I go back to back a lot. That does not want to stay down. But I can do some more fish parts. Fish parts to put on these fellas so that it looks like they are. Oh, wait. Hold the phone. What if I use a twisty tail or like a jig body? He told me he would never use these purpley pink ones. I mean, when you're on vacation and you're creating, have fun, right? Chances are, I don't know why that's cracking me up, it just is. Chances are, if I were doing this while I was fishing, I might be drinking a beer. Let's see. Let's see one of these. They have that to keep the latex stuff, you know. Okay. I can probably just, oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, I only have 3 minutes. Nyla is after me. And I'm sure she will have something really fun. She always does. Thank you, Heidi, so much for this. This was fun. For kind of stretching everybody, thinking outside the box a little bit. I'm wanting to put this on here and then twist it before I attach it. And then I will be doing a bunch of the bubbles coming up from these fellas here. Thinking maybe I could just staple it. Is it going to stay? No, it's not going to stay. You could hear it splat. I don't know if you guys could or not, but it kind of went splat. Y'all, I am having too much fun with this. And I'm sorry I didn't get to all of the elements. I will post a picture so that you guys can laugh with me. It's just become a habit to flatten my staples. Makes them a little more like low profile. Okay. Oh my gosh, that is funny. I won't be done with that either. Okay. Whoop, upside down. All right, you guys. So Heidi and I are actually going to be live on Tuesday at 6 Central, 7 Eastern. She's going to continue to create with the May paper pack, and we will have her exclusive link for you guys. If you're interested, you can always do hashtag paper pack on my live and it'll send you the information. But to support Heidi, you need to use her specific link. But you can reach out to me for that. Okay, guys, refresh your pages for Nyla, and I will see you next time. Bye.